Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pink Shade. It's Thursday. That means I'm here to talk about pop culture and Bravo. And who better than my buddy, Ace Fanning, to discuss these topics? Hey, Ace.
Hello. This is my favorite thing to talk about in the entire world.
Is it?
Yes.
Bravo?
Yes, because the problem is we kind of got ourselves into the real scum of the earth, TLC. But
How dare you? Continue.
I was raised on Bravo, and I don't feel like I get as many opportunities to talk about Bravo because a lot of our audience is like, the trashier the better. And I'm like, but Bravo, what about Bravo?
Ace, don't you have an entire podcast with Anna where you talk about Bravo?
Yeah, but even then, it just feels like it's not enough, Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it's enough time, though. I want to talk about it 5 days a week.
You guys need to have me back on. I have opinions that I'd love to share.
Oh, are you watching Real Housewives of Miami?
I am.
Oh, my God. It's so good. It's so good.
I watched last night to be sure that I had watched the latest episode before we talked.
Yeah.
And I had watched it. It was just like on in the background. Cause I watch so many shows. Then I forget, did I watch the latest one? Like this morning I was trying to watch the Valley after show and I realized I didn't see the last one. Question, and you don't have the answer. It's just, I'm putting it out there to the world.
Yeah.
They've moved the Valley after show from Peacock to YouTube.
What?
You go to Peacock and you go, oh, great, Valley After Show. This is where I always go. I watch it. I pay the $5 a month for the no ads, whatever. Nope. Only season 1 is there. They've moved all of season 2 to YouTube.
Why?
I guess to get more YouTube money, because people like me that pay the $5 a month on Peacock, they're like, fuck you. Go over to YouTube where you're not going to pay for a premium subscription and watch those stupid ads for Geico.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I know. It's annoying.
You know what? I do have a YouTube premium subscription, though, because I'm so rich. I'm so rich.
That's what I heard. I heard you're rich.
Oh, so rich. So rich, baby. I'm like, oh, my God, people. But
how much is it? How much is it? I might have to do it.
I think it's like $12 a month.
Okay. It's a write-off, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. That's why I was like, that's how I immediately was like, business credit card. Here we go.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I might just do it later today because, I have gotten so spoiled with the no ads. My friend yesterday, my regular non-podcasting friend down the street was like, hey, sorry if I look like I'm going wall-eyed on you. I'm just like trying to, move my screen around. I was like,
you're good.
My regular friend yesterday, Mary, the bunkies know her as GMA Mary, because I'll tell you why. During the pandemic, she would watch Good Morning America, and in the afternoons we would go on walks and she would tell me the news.
Oh, that's helpful.
Because I don't like to watch the news. So she would just give it to me in the afternoons on our COVID walk.
Yeah.
So GMA Mary told me that she goes, oh God, I just realized I'm too behind on the Valley. I got to watch it. She goes, I'm so annoyed because my DVR broke and this, that, and the other. And I got to have Verizon come. And she's telling me all this. She goes, now, but with the ads and everything with Peacock, I go, you have money. Like you could spend $4 a month to get no ads on Peacock. You could do it.
Yeah.
She's like, on principle, I refuse because it's on Bravo and I could DVR it and I'm already paying for that.
But even if you DVR, you still have to fast forward. I mean,
correct.
Listen, there are certain luxuries in life that I am willing to pay for, and not having to find the remote, hurry and get it before the ad comes on for the volume 100 Cialis. I would rather just pay the $5 extra a month to have. And again, I know I live a very rich lifestyle.
You do.
But that's something to me, like that's worth it. I'd rather pay for that than, and also I don't have a drinking problem. So like,
oh, that's good. Good for you.
Yeah, I just feel like some things balance each other out. And so it's like I could be spending that money on alcohol, but instead I spend it on TV. So we all have our vices.
My husband is coming up here this week. Actually.
Wow, this week?
My husband is coming up on 11 years sober this week.
That's 11 years. I always think 11 is like such a lucky number. Like I love 11. Every time I see 11, I make a wish.
And Cynthia Bailey.
Yeah. We have that in common. As like beautiful cheekbones, ex-models, we have a lot in common. Yeah, me and Cynthia Bailey.
And sometimes when he spends money on things that I find ridiculous,
right,
like games on your phone or whatever, did you need that trophy pack or whatever the fuck you just bought? He goes, could be vodka.
Right.
And then
Right.
I'm put right back in my place and I shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, could
So
be
I don't have a heroin problem, so I spend it on Peacock.
exactly. There's just like, there's so many other things we could spend our money on, but instead we do it in really productive ways that help our business.
That's right. That's right. Now, I want to say congratulations to you because I did see on your Instagram, Facebook, your social media that
Mhm.
you are expecting your third child.
Yes, we are having baby number 3 in September.
Ooh, wow, that's so soon.
Oh yeah, it's coming. And we will have then 3. I know that Danny from the Valley likes to say 4 under 4, but we're going to have 3 under 2. So that's pretty impressive.
Wait, your son is 2?
He's not even 2 yet.
What?
He won't be 2 until November. So
And then the daughter is
and then Louis is 13 months. 14 months now.
Mhm,
Yeah. And
mhm.
then we'll have another baby. And so the 2 we'll treat them like twins. They'll be in like the same grade and stuff. And then he'll probably be like 2 years under.
I would like to give you some parenting advice that you're not asking for is
Yeah.
don't put him in the same grade.
Really?
Mm-mm.
But then the problem is because he's November, hers is May. She's going to be like the oldest in her grade. And
Good,
like
that's good. You
Katelyn,
wanna be the oldest in your grade.
but as a girl?
Yeah, I was one of
No.
the oldest in my grade because of just where my birthday fell in October.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what you really, really don't want as a girl or a boy is anything. You do not want to be the youngest in the grade.
See, Katelyn was the youngest. She was born in July and she loved it.
No, I'm telling you right now, when it comes to when you get your driver's license, how your peers are progressing, when the drinking age is, God forbid they go down that road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All these like big things when when you're 17 and all your friends are doing it and you go to college when you're 17. No, I'm gonna say no. I'll fight Katelyn on it. We'll have a not
Okay.
while she's pregnant, of course, but
Right.
when
No, of
she's
course.
when she's not pregnant, we'll have a cage match. I think being the oldest in the class and people like reach out to Ace, don't reach out to me. And I really, really think being the youngest for all the people I've known in my life has really been a detriment if they were always the youngest in their class.
Really? See, and
Yes.
I would need to look up. I mean, when will she graduate high school? 20, 30 something. I need to look up what graduation day is going to be because I would never want to turn 19 in high school. I don't want to turn 19 in high school.
Okay. Well, graduation is usually in May.
Right. And her birthday is May. So like
May what? May what?
May 22nd.
You're good. You're cool.
I don't know.
But also, who cares? What if she turns 19 and graduation is the next day? Do you think everybody's going to be like, whoa, look at that granny coming down the aisle? She may as well be a grandmother.
They'll be like, whoa, where's your Centrum Silver? They're going to be like, whoa, where's your walker? Like,
No.
someone ID this woman. Okay, she's trying to 22 Jump Street us.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. And I'm just gonna say, like, when I was, I guess, junior year in college, and I turned 21,
Mhm.
it was great. It was great, and I missed there in Mississippi. They had a law, and listen, this is about like high school drinking, but in Mississippi they changed the drinking law from 18 to 21, and I was 20 days late on it because
Oh.
it switched on like October 1st, and my birthday was October 21st. So all my friends, and there were maybe 8 or 9 of them that were older than me in the grade. We were like the oldie group in the grade. All of them are grandfathered in.
Oh, you got grandfathered in for it?
Yes,
That seems
yes.
tricky as fuck as like a bartender to try and remember all that.
Well, by the way, it's just like scribble a photo. And like when I tell you the fake IDs we made, I have a friend, Sarah Francis, who was an artist, still is actually an amazing artist. She made a perfect to scale poster board of the Mississippi driver's license. We put it in my friend Allison's closet, and then you stood with your own head against it, but it was to scale. Then we took a photo of it, then took it to wherever you took it at that time,
Yeah.
and then shrunk it down on the printer.
Oh my God.
Like you go in the printer and go, do,
Yeah.
do, 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 do. And that's how we did it back then. And it worked. And then we put like double-sided tape on it. Done. Driver's license.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's
Sarah
insane.
Francis.
I've
She-
never
she-
had. Shout out to Sarah Francis. If anyone needs a fake ID, hit her up.
Don't. She's busy.
I've never had a fake ID. So I barely missed out on that. I would have loved to have gone through that process.
Oh, let me tell you, this is a really good story. You're going to love this.
Yeah.
So, because my son is about to be 20, and so, and then my daughter's 22. So they, in their lives and currently, fake IDs, the kids have them. Son told me that his friend was recently in another country with his family traveling. And when they came to get on the plane to come home, the kid, the
Oh God.
19-year-old was on the no-fly list. And the kid's like, "What?" And I mean, he was traveling with his parents. He had his passport, his ID, everything. And what they figured out was, and he was held for like 8 hours or whatever this country was. And what they figured out was the kid's name was on this list of no fly because of a fake ID ring, and he had bought one,
Oh my God.
a fake ID from this person, from like literally like this kid at the West Potomac High School had the guy who had the guy. And so he had to like give up the name of the West Potomac High School kid that sold him the fake ID like last year. I mean,
to me, that's my
wow.
moment where I'm like, God was telling me like, you need to get your shit together. Like this is my scared straight moment.
But can you imagine? Let's just make a scenario. Let's just say regular parents like me, my age, and then they probably have maybe like a 16-year-old daughter who's just real fucking pissy all the time.
Mhm.
And then like an 11-year-old son's like, "What's wrong? Are they taking my brother?"
Right.
And then the daughter's like, "Oh my God, he's such an idiot. God, I can't believe I had to spend another day in the Delta Lounge."
I imagine too, like it totally depends on the country too. Like,
yeah, I don't know what country it was. Yeah.
Like, what if, like, when you're in a country and they speak like a foreign language, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. I got to bring out my Duolingo.
You're like, Amanda Knox, am I going to an Italian prison for 7 years?
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just be careful if your kids are getting fake IDs that they're not getting put on a no-fly list.
Always check the no-fly list before you fly.
Yes.
Good idea.
Ingrid, my producer's
Yes.
baby daughter, Maddie, who also is now 22, they flew with her to Italy for something, on a family trip or something when she was like 3 months old. And Maddie, the baby daughter, was on the no-fly list for some reason. Her name. And they got stopped at the airport. They're like, clearly she's 3 months old in a car carrier.
Right.
Doesn't have any weapons. Yeah.
You know what though? These days, 3-month-olds, like they're more equipped than we used to be. Like they already have their cell phones. They're already like doing business. They've got their Instagram deals. Like there's, I mean, 3-month-olds now, it's not like they used to be.
She could be packing cocaine in that diaper.
Oh, for sure. I mean, sure, it's baby formula. I'm sure it's baby formula.
I'm sure it's powder.
Yeah.
Well, back to you. I'm excited for you guys, and I want you to really take what I've said of my old lady and older children knowledge, and as a person who was the oldest in my class, take what I'm saying to heart. Don't do it's a boy, it's a girl, whatever. For boys, it is important to hold them back and not let them be the youngest, but it's also important for girls.
Okay. Yeah.
Just take what I'm saying to heart as an elder person who's been through it.
I'm going to think about it. I think then that would mean we would have like 3 grades in a row. That's
what you want. That's what you want. Because 3 grades in a row, you're learning about the teachers as you go.
Oh, true.
I just wouldn't treat the 2 that are close in age as twins. I think that's something that'll come back to bite you in the ass later.
Oh, shoot. Okay. What about when we're out and people say, are they twins? Can I just say yeah from now on? Because I'm getting sick of having to say, no, they're 6 months apart. And he's adopted and she's biological. And then it turns into this whole conversation. Can I just start saying yes?
No, I think because you want them to have their own personality. I think you just say, no, they're not.
And then just leave it.
And it's because you don't owe these people an explanation about your life.
Okay.
Just less is more.
Okay.
Less is more.
I've never less is more in my entire life.
I know, but just you're moving into being a parent, and you have to realize that everybody doesn't need to know. None of their business. Fuck off.
Okay, I'll do my best.
So anyway, congratulations to you. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
And I gotta tell you guys, if you don't follow Ace, and I don't know if I saw it on Instagram or what, but you made a beautiful post.
Thank you.
You said that, of course, you and your wife have been very public. You guys have, struggled in infertility and all these things. And what you wrote was, here's a picture of our family. We are having another baby. And, if you're struggling out there, I see you. And what you said was really beautiful. You're like, and if you hate us, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I get it, because I would have hated you, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I like the way you put it.
People don't quite understand, like, when you are struggling with infertility, how, like, especially when someone's like, oops, oops, we've got another one on the way. It's like, oh, fuck off. Because we're so rich. We spent so much money on IVF. We struggled. We cried. We had so many losses. And it's like to see someone be like, oh my God, I didn't even know I was 8 months pregnant. And it was a total accident.
Yeah.
I hope my body like goes back to my bikini body before it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Up.
It's like that lady with the 11 kids that I'm obsessed with now. That lady with the 11 kids.
Yeah.
That's married to the Harlem Globetrotter guy. Do you know about these people?
No, I thought you were talking about the family that had that like quick TLC show that popped up for a minute.
Well, I mean, that could mean anything. That could be 12 different shows you just described.
True.
No, it's this couple. And when I was in my bedridden state, I took to the TikTok and I found this couple, and everybody's screaming right now what their names are, but it's this guy who's a Harlem Globetrotter.
Okay.
And his wife, and they have 11 kids, and their names all start with A.
Okay. Well, that's starting to get a little Duggery on me.
It's Duggery, and it's like she holds like the 2-year-old and is like, let's name all the kids. It's Anchor, it's Amber, it's Anger, it's Albatross. And you're like, what?
Albert Einstein, Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
like
weird. And then people in the Facebook group were like, oh my God, don't go down this. The woman is like a horrible baby hoarder, crazy person. Like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Then there's like, I won't even go into it. But so anyway, so when you see people like that, you're like, first of all, they seem like awful people. And why do they get to have 11 children?
Right. Yeah. No. And so I feel like every time I especially like my wife, I felt so bad for when her friends would make like an announcement and stuff. It didn't bother me as much because I felt like I was just like, okay, like that fucking sucks or whatever. But like, I remember like during that time, people would be like, hey, can you guys go to dinner this week? And I would have to like side text them and be like, are you pregnant? And they would be like, no. And I was like, okay. I felt like I always had to like field that question because I was like, Katelyn doesn't want the surprise. Just text her that you're pregnant. Like, we don't need to do it in person. You know, like,
right.
I remember one time these friends of ours were like, telling us in like a surprise way. And I was like, you think we fucking care? No, I don't give a shit about your baby, you know?
Yeah. Well, I understand. Listen, you guys, you do give a shit about the baby and you were happy for your friends, but it's hard not to internalize that, to be like, why them and why not me?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And it's just like, leave us alone. Send a text. Don't make it weird either. Don't be like, hey, I just wanted to text you because I know you're probably gonna be super depressed about this. And like, I'm sorry that this is baby number 6 for us, but I am pregnant again. And we will be doing a gender reveal despite the fact we have 12 other children. It's like, take your gender reveal and shove it up your ass. No one cares.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you going to do a gender reveal?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, we're having a boy.
Ooh.
So we'll have 2 boys, 1 girl. And I always pictured myself with a lot of girls because I have 5 sisters. And now I'm like, fuck, we got 2 boys. And honestly, my daughter is a little brute. So it's like, this house is going to be mayhem.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be great though. And because you're so rich, I hope you have some help.
Oh, around the clock nannies, housekeepers, chefs, all the above. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see them walking around in the background soon.
Yes.
Now, are you sad that Sister Wives is over now? Are you relieved?
God, I'm so relieved. It really is one of the worst shows of all time. But
that's how you got so rich.
But that's why I love it so much, is because like it's such low hanging fruit. It's so easy, you know, like I don't have to try hard because it's all right there. It's like the fact that this show has been on. This is my biggest thing, like to try and explain the show to people who've never watched it. I'm like, this family has been on television for 19 seasons. And one of the wives at one point recently was living in a trailer. Like
with no electricity, right?
Yeah. Explain that to me, how that works. How is it that you can be on TV for 19 seasons and like, you know, you're in a trailer or like you lived in student housing apartments. Like
but that sounds like a personal choice. Like you're not making good decisions with your money if you're doing that, I think.
But it's just like they're never like think about a housewife, season 1 to season 2.
Oh,
There
wow.
is a glow up that happens there.
Yes.
We are 19 seasons in, and we are still the same people that we were season 1.
Looking worse, not better.
Yeah, honestly, we're getting worse
Yeah.
especially Cody and Robin. Like Robin has fully gone like this stock market crash.
Yeah, and I don't watch the show at all yet. I know everything about it.
Right.
And yeah, when you look at when Robin came on the scene, if you go do like flashbacks to now, you're like, whoa, lady, what happened? Yeah.
Mold. The thyroid problem.
Oh.
Like there's been a lot of stuff, I feel like.
I know that. See, so I don't know everything.
Well, it's not talked about, but it's like we speculate. We do a lot of speculation. There's no storyline on the show, so we have to make it all up.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Okay. I get just like I just did about that kid going to the Italian prison.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to make it up. I do love that.
Is.
I used to love to do that. Like, before the internet and phones and stuff, I would love to go sit outside that ice cream place that was local and sit there with my ice cream and eat it and then make up stories about all the people that would walk by.
So
like they're on a first date. He hates her. Yeah.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
And like I will get in like the elevator with my family and I'll be like, oh my God, did you see their marital issues? And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, that couple that was standing over there. Do you see how he like had his arms crossed and then she looked like she was on her phone and she was like, they're having big struggles right now. And they're like, I don't think so. I'm like, I know so. All of my neighbors, I don't know anything about my actual neighbors that's real. I just make up everything about them.
So Ace, when we're at BravoCon together, can we literally just spend, I don't know, 30 minutes to 1 hour sitting inside? I don't know. We'll choose Caesars. Maybe we'll go somewhere fancy and we'll just sit on a bench.
Yeah. Well, I'm rich, so I'd only like to go somewhere fancy, please.
Okay. Well, let's go to the Venetian.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's really fancy.
And then we'll just sit there and then we'll watch as the people come to get on the fake gondolas to go around.
Yes.
And we'll figure out what their whole life story.
Okay, let me tell you, if anyone ever is at the Denver airport and you've got some time to kill, the most fun game me and my wife have ever played in our entire lives was we sat up, we're eating our bagel, and all of the gates enter at one spot. So we were like, we'd see people waiting and then we would say like, this is who they're waiting for. And this is like what's going to happen. And then they would come and we'd be completely wrong or we'd be totally right. It was the best. That's a good time to me.
That's a good time.
Yeah, I'm down. Absolutely.
Okay. I've been to the Denver airport quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good people watching one.
Okay. You know what's a really good people watching airport? To Oklahoma City.
Never been to Oklahoma City.
Well, that's my husband's people hail from there. And so when we go to visit and stuff, you're in the Oklahoma City airport and
it's a good time.
It's a good time. Listen, don't slam Mississippi. You go to the Oklahoma City airport. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Go to Oklahoma. Yeah. Do you think I need an upper bluff just really quick?
Well, don't do that.
Okay.
So let me look. No, not yet.
Okay. I just I watch a lot of plastic surgery videos on TikTok and stuff. And so I just keep thinking like, do I need an upper bluff?
No, I've had one. I have had an upper bluff.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
old,
you look refreshed.
I'm old. This is like, I don't know, like 6 years ago, but because it was like really like hanging down on this side bad. And so I was like, well, you may as well just do them both.
Right.
And so I did. And my mom is in her 80s and she just had it done literally because it was like impeding her vision. So don't wait till it gets to that point.
Oh God, I would never. I don't want to look well. So you weren't actually ill and in the hospital. You had a facelift, it sounds like.
I've also had a lower facelift, yes.
Well, I feel like that's maybe you were getting it touched up again and you did this whole spectacle of like, guys, I need people to cover.
Oh, you mean recently?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You can tell from my face I've had a lot of work done.
Right.
No. When I did the lower facelift and the upper bluff, it was like
Groupon
2019. I need to go on botched, but no, yes, just recently when I was in the hospital for a week in Wilmington, North Carolina, that's what I was doing. I was getting a tummy tuck. You can't believe how flat my stomach is now.
Oh my God. Just a whole mommy makeover.
Just, you know what? You can't wait to see me in a bikini. Watch out.
Oh, watch out, world. Here she comes.
Watch out. Okay, pop culture topics we need to discuss.
Yes.
People die in threes.
Yes.
Okay, so we've had Malcolm Jamal Warner,
That was
Theo.
so sad.
Okay, so he's my age, and
Really?
you know how he died? Swimming in the ocean, to which I say, "Why the fuck are you swimming in the ocean?"
Like, my question is, like, how far out are you in the ocean? You know,
No, no,
like,
just why are you doing it? It's stupid.
true. Like, I don't like to go in the ocean past my belly button.
I don't go past my ankle.
Yeah. The ocean is terrifying.
It's so scary. We're in Shark Week, actually, but a long time ago, I'm always like before my husband was sober, so over 11 years ago,
Yeah.
we were on a work trip in, Puerto Rico at this fancy resort, and there was a wedding there, and the father of the bride, the morning of the wedding, swimming in the ocean, heart attack and died. Yes.
Okay, I gotta say this though. If I'm gonna die in the ocean, I want to be eaten by a shark because that's embarrassing to be like, oh, he died. And then it's like, oh, how? And they're like, heart attack. And it's like,
And then they pull him in. It's just like, God, he was right there floating. A shark could have just taken him away.
right. I would rather, honestly, if I'm him, I would like for everyone to lie and say, you know what? He was eaten by a shark.
He was fighting the shark. He did the
Yes.
punch in the nose. It didn't
Yes.
work, but
Right.
he died fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you love the Cosby Show growing up?
I did.
I love the Cosby Show so freaking much. And it's like, I hate
hard. It's
Bill
hard.
Cosby
It's
so
hard
much for
now.
ruining that for us.
I know it's hard now because the show was so great. And recently, so at night, I don't know if you guys do this, but at night, my husband puts on one of like 4 things and
Right.
it sort of soothes him. And then I'm like, please turn that shit off. But it's always Everybody Loves Raymond, Friends, or like House Hunters.
Yeah.
And if we get on House Hunters and it's international, we'll forget it. Now we have to see what they picked.
Right. No, you can't turn. I hate House Hunters because I know how fake it is, but it doesn't matter. I have to finish it out.
Every single time I go, oh my God, it's 11 o'clock. And now we're going to have to be up till 11:30 because
Right.
we got to figure out what stupid house this lady chose. We know she's going to pick the new build. Come on.
Right.
So, anyway, one of those things is on. And so recently he found some channel that shows the Cosby Show. And he put it on the other night and I said, I can't watch it. And he goes, oh, okay, you know, like he was like making fun of me. And I go, no, I really just can't because I know that when you see these young women that are on the show as the friend or whatever, he tried to SA them in their dressing room. I can't watch it.
And like the fact that on that show he was an OB, that's always like, yikes. That's tough.
Why did he choose that? Why not like a cardiologist?
A dentist, you know?
Yeah.
You could have a dental practice in your basement.
Totally. Yeah, chiropractic, that would be weird.
But also I feel like, you know, to have your OB office in your basement is also very tough.
Yeah. It's real weird. I'm just, yeah. So that's problematic. But Malcolm Jamal Warner had nothing to do with it, and rest in peace because it's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ozzy Osbourne. Now, listen, he had a good run and he probably overran it by about 20 years.
Right. Did you know that he was only 76?
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
To me, because my very first, like, I got really into the Osbournes. That was like my reality TV. I remember I was in like 4th grade and I was like, please get me the uncensored DVD. My parents did. I thought then he was 76.
Right. Well, yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
I was shocked to hear that he's only 76. Like by now he's at least 116 years old.
And you're like, wow, he's Nosferatu. He's done great.
Yeah.
But no, so listen, it's over the last like 10 years. It's been like, Ozzy's cheating again. And it's just always something. So I'm sorry that he's not with us anymore, but I think that he overshot it, but he should have died in his 50s. Mm-hmm. I was like Keith Richards too.
Right.
And you see people like that and the life they've lived. And then I'm like, look at what happened to me. Like, come on, I'm out here trying to do the right thing, and then I gotta have like a weird thing happen to me. It's not fair.
No, it's really not. Like I think about, you know, I obviously put my health first all the time, and that's why like I've gotten on the shots. I've started the Hims. Have you seen my hairline recently? It's doing well.
And is that from Nutrafol?
It's from Hims.
Okay. Yeah. Well, can you give me the information about it?
Oh, well, you can do hers. If
well,
your hair
no, my hair's fine. I'm talking about my husband.
Oh yeah, get him on Hims. It's great. Some people say that like one of the side effects can be that your wiener doesn't work as well, but mine's been fine. So
Okay. Well, listen,
Yeah.
we're not gonna mess with that. He does take, listen, these are not ads, guys. My husband actually does take Nutrafol. So, now Ozzy died, Malcolm Jamal Warner died. So of course these things come in threes.
Mhm.
I mean, listen, let's just go ahead and predict who's next.
Oh God. I mean, I've been walking around with the sneaking suspicion that like something has got to be going on with Kanye West. You know, I've been saying like,
Oh, you have a sneaking suspicion, just you think?
well, no, I'm saying like that he's gonna die.
Oh, um, okay, because I was like, because obviously everybody in the world knows he's crazy.
Right. No. But I just feel
And
like,
by the way, like literal, like diagnosed, like he's got mental issues that he's not treating.
right. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I don't want that for his children because
No,
I'd
but I
like for him to
just,
get better, to be a better person for his children. But he is a Nazi, and that's concerning.
right. That's tough. That's tough to get past that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It would be real tough to co-parent with somebody like that.
Oh, couldn't imagine. Who are you thinking's next?
Well, I'm not going somebody closer to my age. I'm going an oldie, and I'm thinking really Keith Richards.
Okay.
Because again, like Ozzy, he's overshot it by a
So
lot of years.
I wasn't gonna say this earlier when you said
Okay.
that, but I don't know who Keith Richards is.
Okay, so he's the guitarist for the Rolling Stones. So
Okay.
you've got Mick Jagger, you know who that
Okay.
is, and then Keith
Ish.
Richards is the one who sort of Johnny Depp based his Pirates of the Caribbean look on Keith Richards.
Oh, let me look. I'm gonna Google
Okay.
him because I'm like, I want to know for sure what he looks like.
Okay.
Keith Richards.
So when you
Oh
think so when
God.
you think so
Talk about, I mean, he has spent some time in the sun. Holy moly.
No, he in fact is like looks anemic. He that's just his face.
Oh God.
And he's
Yikes.
British, so he's got the teeth, but Keith Richards has had a memoir out like 15 years ago because I think he's like, God, it's got to be close to the end.
Right. And you gotta get that out.
But no, so when you look at Johnny Depp's look from Pirates of the Caribbean, he based it on Keith Richards.
Gotcha. Okay.
So look, I don't wish it for Keith Richards. I think he's lived a sober life for quite a few years. I could be wrong about that. I could just be wishing that for him.
Yeah.
And then my fear is that it will be somebody close to our hearts that we all like love and revere. You know, like Dick Van Dyke. I don't know if Dick Van Dyke has already died. I'm sure you also don't know who that is.
Well, I'm pretty sure Dick Van Dyke died because Ryan Seacrest took over Dick Van Dyke's New Year's Eve, right?
Okay, that's Dick Clark.
Oh. Some dick. I gotta look up who Dick Van Dyke is now. No idea who this man is.
Well, there was the Dick Van Dyke show, and then
it says that he's 99 and doesn't have a date of death. So
okay, you guys, I'm not putting it out there. I don't want it to happen, but I sort of like to predict it when two people die. Like you got it. Like for a long time, we're always
Mary
like
Poppins.
Yes, he's the
dad in Mr. Mary Poppins.
No, he was the
chimney sweep.
Chimney sweep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not British.
Gotcha.
Not British, but did a good accent like that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I apologize.
I guess if I'm gonna put out who I wouldn't mind dying.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Brian Koberger. You know, we started the trial, not the trial, but the sentencing today.
I know. I got
people giving the
soon.
impact statements.
Yeah, I got to turn that on.
I would be great with that.
I'd be okay if somebody just shanked him real good.
Yes. Yeah. During live.
Let's okay. Well, I don't want to go live, but I would say it's not going to be long for him in prison. And that's a good one. That's a really good one because half of the families of the two of the families of the slain students wanted him to just go ahead and have the whole trial and get the death penalty.
Yes.
And the two of the families said, we're fine for him to serve back to back to back life. He's never getting out. There's never going to be a parole board that they're going to have to go to. I personally, which now people may find this weird because I do lean left politically. People would find it very weird that I'm for the death penalty.
You know what's so crazy is I am for the death penalty for myself. If you say, hey, you're going to go to prison for the next 7 years or you can have the death penalty, I'm like, just give it to me. Like I can't do 7 years in prison.
Oh,
I
but they
can't
say
do.
that, but they say, Ace, that if you're on death row, it's the accommodations and everything are so much better.
Oh,
And then
really?
hardly it ever happens. People are on death row for like 20 years. Yeah.
I'm volunteer. Like I don't want to do even a day in prison. I wouldn't make it. I'm not built for that. I
Okay.
know a lot of people think my ass might be built for that because everyone
Mm.
seems to think I'm like a power bottom or something. But like, I really do think that like I would just volunteer and be like, can I just go now? I don't want the firing squad. Just give me
Oh,
the injection and just call it a day.
I think both are pretty terrible, but the firing squad is interesting, right? Because it's like 7 people and then none of them know which has the right bullet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like 7 people lined up aimed at you and none of them know which one has the actual bullet.
Oh,
The rest of
wow.
them are firing blanks or whatever.
Actually, I'm lying. I would rather have that because that's more dramatic. You know, I want to go out with a story to tell.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I will be the first person who gets like petty theft death sentence.
because you're like, listen, I know I'm going to be in here for 4 nights
Yep.
and I can't take it. So just go ahead and take me out back.
Yep.
Do you guys need
Yeah.
to practice on somebody? I'll do it.
Oh, we're both going to hell.
Bravo gossip that's happening in the world. I did see Brittany and Zach on Watch What Happens Live last night after the Valley, and he asked, like, how do you feel about Jax leaving the Valley?
Right.
And she goes, well, whenever I saw that decision was made by I was glad about that. And then she goes, like whoever made the decision, I think that was a good one. It was
Mhm.
funny because she didn't and this is the time when Andy could jump in and go, well, he said he chose to leave. And Andy goes, and just kept it pushing because he's like, obviously it wasn't Jackson's decision to leave his own show.
Here's some tidbits for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
I have heard that it's not all that it seems to be.
Okay. Could you go a little deeper into that?
I have heard that we need to wait for next season to see if Jax is really, really gone.
So he's going to be a friend of?
I'm not entirely sure what the exact role will be, but he's not gone.
Or he's filmed for this current season and then he's asked to leave.
They've already possibly, rumor has it, set up a storyline.
For him to come back?
For him to have a redemption.
But there's no way. Ace, it doesn't matter if you hand him a script and have him memorize it. He physically, mentally cannot do it. He cannot redeem himself. He's had 1,000 chances to have a redemption storyline, and he's never been able to do it.
Never. And I was dying when he's sitting there talking to Brittany at the Zen party. And he's like, I just want to make this work. Like, I want us to do this well. And she's like, okay, Jax, well, are you signing the papers? And he's like, I'll wait till the very last day. And she's like, why? He's like, just because I can. I'm like, you are so nasty. That's something that like maybe you do, but you don't say it in front of cameras. And he's just like, it's not there. There's none of that.
Just because. And
Yeah,
she goes, why, Jax?
Why, rot in hell, Jax? Rot in hell.
You hadn't changed one bit.
You ain't changed one bit, Jax.
You greasy man-child. You're disgusting.
I look at Jax now and I see that he's got the greasy hair, the greasy pores, the greasy face, the veins sticking out of his head. And I just think, I don't like this man one bit. Can I say something really mean for a minute? And just between you and I.
Okay, nobody's listening. Go ahead.
Right. Can somebody get her a flattering outfit?
Last night, Keisha, who co-hosts with me on our Valley recaps, sent me a text and said, oh, did you see, they're going to be on Watch What Happens Live. I was like, oh, funny. I'm watching it now. And she goes, just a stylist.
Yeah.
Just a style. And so many people would do it for free. Shouldn't you have to pay them?
I would do it for free.
I would do it for free. Zach had the dude from the Summer House style him for Watch What Happens Live last night. Just do a little go over to the next dressing room and be like, hey, maybe this isn't the outfit for you.
Right. How do you feel about Zach?
I find Zach to be great comedic relief. Mm-hmm. I find him funny. I think the situation with Bunja is ridiculous. Stop trying to make Benji happen. I'm glad you have a boyfriend. That's great. We're never going to be interested in this storyline.
No, never. And also Benji, I'm like, can someone check an ID on Benji? Benji's 12. Benji's 12.
A married man.
I'm just like, in what world is Benji an adult? Like, I don't really know about that.
He's a tiny little fella, but it was so hilarious at the end of that episode where Zach is like, nobody understands me. Nobody loves me. And he leans down.
I need somebody to be my friend, Brittany. Oh my God. When you say comedic relief, are you laughing with him or at him?
Sometimes I'm laughing with him.
Okay.
Last night I was laughing at him. I'm like, this is the drunk guy at the party that you're trying to do a wide circle to avoid.
Yes. When Janet was walking out and he was like, that's right. Bye, whore. Bye. And then she comes back and he's like, why are you talking to me? Oh my God. He's so insufferable and I love him so much as someone to hate.
I love it so much when he looked right at Brock and goes, I'll punch you in the face. Brock goes, I'm on your side. Like, please stop threatening me. I obviously could take you down with my pinky.
Right.
Please stop.
I would love to see Zach try and throw a punch. Remember when the fight last season between like Kristen and Michelle happened and he's like in the hallway and he's like, like flailing all over the round. I'm like, come on, you can't do shit.
You know that he is like 6'4". He is like a tall, yeah. Well, anyway, look, I think he's funny. And I think that the takedown of him in the kitchen at Jesse's party at the house.
With Jax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chef's
that was a great moment for him. That's about the only time I've ever been like, okay, you can hang around,
when he goes, okay, why are you worried about it? It's 5 years ago. And he goes, I was like 5 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
he's tough. And that hair is never going to grow on me. I'm never going to be able to say like, I like that hair.
He also can't help what his hair is, but he could also get a stylist to give him a new zhuzh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are we cutting it like that? Like, are you still going back to Kentucky to get it styled? Are you getting the master stylist at JCPenney to do this for you? Like, it's bad. It's really, really bad.
Current is only the going to get your hair cut at JCPenney. I did that in college.
Oh.
And my parents' JCPenney card. And I would be like, who needs their haircut? We're going to JCPenney.
We're all going to JCPenney's.
We're going to JCPenney, you guys. Everybody need to try. Any boyfriend I had, that was like my flex.
Wow.
Like, I've got a JCPenney card and a BP card so I could get the gas for free.
Wow. I didn't know you grew up Silver Spoon.
Silver Spoon with my JCPenney haircut.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on the Sheena and Brock cheating story?
I have to say.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't mean to laugh, but the fact that Sheena did not get Dancing with the Stars, and then I felt like the last season of Vanderpump that we all know, she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna talk about this affair, like that. It'll be my season, and then they were like, ooh, we've got Scandival, and she was like, fuck, all right, well, then next season I'll talk about it, and they were like, we're canceled. It's like, girl can never get her big break.
It's rough. It is rough. I agree. It is rough. And I have a soft spot for Sheena.
Yeah.
And she's a sweet girl. And I will say that Chelsea Devance and Ben Mandelker of Watch What Happens did. Chelsea has a podcast called Celebrity Book Club where she reads passages from celebrity memoirs.
Oh, nice.
And they read passages from Sheena's, and Ben from Watch What Happens was on. And he read like one of the opening sentences of her book, and it literally listed 11 guys that she had banged that were celebrities.
Wow.
And it's like, John Mayer, Jesse Metcalf, 2 of the people from The Notebook, 6 members of Puddle of Mud. I mean, it's just like random. It was hilarious. And it was one sentence.
Yeah.
And she named 11 famous people that she had dalliances with. So good for her. Name them.
Do you know what I miss most about Sheena is I miss going to her nasty little condo with what was her Mike Shea. Yeah.
Mike Shea.
And seeing those giant canvas prints on her walls from their wedding. Mm-hmm. Yes. I miss those days. That was a better time. And that's like when I felt like we lived in a proper country.
But you know that what we found out about the reason they did that was because they had like stuff on their walls that Home Goods wouldn't allow them to say that they wouldn't trademark, copyright, whatever. So they had to take down everything from their walls so that the production wouldn't have to blur it. So
it would have been better blank.
So she put her own photos up, but it was sort of like that was an era where once we found that out, we're like, oh, so the magic is kind of worn off because we thought she just did that. And by the way, maybe she would just do that anyway.
Yeah, she would.
Well, I'm sorry for Sheena, but I'm glad they worked it out because, marriage is hard and good for them. Speaking of marriage is hard, feelings on Denise Richards. Yikes.
I'll tell you this right now. Yeah. And if anybody disagrees with me, I want them to know that they're wrong. Okay. If you watched Aaron's interview with TMZ you thought, oh, I knew he couldn't be a bad guy. You're wrong. He's a terrible human being. He never said, he didn't even address the fact that, well, why does she have the black eye? He was like, well, she was cheating on me. And so I'm like, she could have killed your dog and you shouldn't have punched her in the face. I don't understand how we're just trying to look past all that. There's nothing that Denise could have done that should have ended with her having those pictures. I don't believe anything he says. I think he's a psycho. We've seen him be a psycho on the show. Yep. We saw him say, I'll squeeze your fucking hand off or whatever.
He says, I'll break your hand.
I'll break your hand. He said at that dinner when he was being very paranoid. That was
big pharma. They're behind us.
Yes.
They're following us. Yeah.
I can't talk about it. They're listening right now. I'm like, and then people were following him. He's cuckoo cuckoo. And I hope that she got, number one, I hope she got her house fucking back from his family.
I hope she had some sort of prenup that she doesn't have to take on his debt because he's being sued by a lot of people because he told a lot of people he could cure their cancer or whatnot.
Well, of course. Mm-hmm. And I hope she gets out of those 4 townhomes.
It's just, and you have to think too, when they filmed that reality show and people were like, this is cute. This is a nice little palate cleanser. It's one of these things you could have on and just sort of watch. And, we got to love the daughters, the whore and the Madonna, the 2 daughters, the OnlyFans and the Christian fighting. And I thought it was all fascinating. And it's okay, give us a season 2 of it without Big Dick Aaron. Okay. Yeah. That's what we need.
Right. It's so crazy because I did fall for it. I was like, God, they are just a normal couple.
They're just so hot for each other. And yeah.
He's a monster. I do not trust him. I hope that you know what? If I'm going to name my number 3, maybe that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's what I'm hoping.
Wow. Well, we're not hoping for anybody to die except Brian Koberger.
Okay. Well,
we're not hoping for anybody to die except Brian Koberger. Okay, and I won't say anybody else. Okay, so let's see. I will tell you last night on Watch What Happens Live, Back to the Valley. Andy did ask Brittany, do you believe he's sober? And of course, Zach's over there pulling all the faces, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, stop, Zach, you stop. And he goes, no way, I want Brittany. He goes, no, I think Brittany should answer. And she goes, I'll say this. I think he is sober from some things and not others.
And I want everyone to know right now, I'm single as a Pringle.
She did say single as a Pringle.
I'm single as a Pringle.
She had to reiterate that she wasn't trying to hit on Shark Week guy because he shut it down so quick. He said to Andy, he goes, I come here every year and every year I'm still married. So I don't know why you ask me every time. I was like, okay, I don't know if he's going to get invited back to be the bartender because he had an attitude.
You know who would like to be the bartender? Us.
Me and you.
We could do it.
And Casey could do it.
Yep.
Kate's been dying to do it for years.
Why don't we just get 10 podcasters together to all be the bartender together?
And we'll all just put one hand on the drink and pretend all together and be like.
Yeah. Well, I don't even need to touch the drink. I just want to be in the front. Actually, you know what? In the front. Okay. I'll be honest with you. As much as I think I would love to be the bartender, I would be so fucking awkward. And I hate when they they're like, we don't need you to say anything, but then they go to you and you're like,
yeah.
Yeah. It's so uncomfortable.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. You can get my cookies. They're like, you don't have cookies. I was like, fuck, that was yesterday's guest. I don't know. You can do something. No idea. Yeah. I'd be terrible.
Look at my hairline. It's Hims.
Yes. Oh, for sure. That's
Yeah.
I would definitely say something like that.
Oh
It would
my
be
God.
awful.
Now Atlanta, let's really quick. I
Oh,
will say that for this past reunion, I like how Cynthia sort of stood her ground and was like, Kenya is my friend and she's been my friend for X amount of years, but I've never seen anything like this. And I haven't talked to her. And I like how they showed that Kenya made a post that said, "The reunion is today. I wish I was there. What I did was horrible. I truly apologize," which we hadn't seen before. She had kind of been like, "This bitch was after me and said she's going to shoot me. So
right.
that's why I did it." So now she's had some PR training and is like, "Ooh, whoops. Um, I think I'll just fully apologize with no ifs, ands, or buts because I'd like to be back on the show."
Where are you at with Kenya in this whole situation?
What she did was horrible. And the fact that, like Portia said, everybody has said, the fact that she did it at her own event
Mhm.
was bizarro world. Like, if you're going to do something like that, do it at somebody else's event. Don't do it at this salon where you're trying to like create a future earnings situation. Like, that made no sense.
Right.
Um, and so that was terrible. So I definitely think she has to be put on pause for a couple of seasons. And that makes me sad because she's good TV and I like to look at her because she's pretty.
Yeah.
But what she did was pretty terrible. And come to find out, the pictures that she had weren't even Brit.
I am so glad Britt is gone.
Me too. She was terrible.
Terrible. Worst one season housewife. Well, okay, that's
Mhm.
not true. We had Peggy, what's her name
Peggy
from OC?
Sulahan. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The 100
Mhm.
housewife was such a flop.
What a flop. Yeah.
But I mean, she was terrible. I hated her so much. I am shocked because as soon as I saw LaToya Jackson on TV,
Yeah.
aka Angela, I was like,
Mhm.
she's gonna be terrible. She's gonna be a terrible, terrible, terrible housewife. And then I
Mhm.
was like, I like her.
I like her. I am expecting at any moment she's gonna break out into Rhythm Nation. I agree.
Yes.
But I love her husband.
Yeah.
I love him, and I've told this story several times, but because my husband is a sports ball person,
Yeah.
when the show premiered and I just, like, had it on and I paused it because he walked through the room and he was gonna, like, say something, so I paused it, and he looked over and goes, "Is that Charles Oakley?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, he's married to this woman that's on," so he's on the show now, and I mean, he was disgusted. He's like, "That very famous played with Michael Jordan basketball player is on this show." I go, "Yeah, yeah, he is. Suck
It
it."
took me a minute to realize that Charles Oakley is not Charles Barkley.
It's confusing.
I don't know my sports balls that well.
Mhm, mhm.
So I was like, I don't know who this man
But
is.
he's famous on the level with Michael Jordan
Okay.
as far as in the as a Charles Barkley, as a Shaq. He's that famous in that era of basketball per my
Okay.
understanding of my husband, and he's like, how the mighty have fallen. Like, he can't. And I go, "No, I think he's just supporting his wife who wants to be on the show. And so he's got to appear. If I was asked to be on one of these shows, your ass would be in here pretending to make stuff in the kitchen too."
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel when she brought her birth certificate proving that she was 44?
I think that's hilarious that you have to prove your age because everybody's like, "Girl, you know you're 54." I
Yeah.
loved it. It was the real birth certificate too. It
It
was the
was,
real
and I was
one.
just like, yikes. Like,
Yeah. Most people are, yeah, but so everybody thinks she looks old.
yeah.
Cynthia is this season is a friend of, but yet she's on the couch the whole time, which is not how that's supposed to work. But I think she's like, "I am Cynthia Bailey, and you will not be sending me to
Well,
my
she
dressing
wasn't
room."
there for the first 2 minutes, and I think that's how they separated it. They were like, "Well,
Okay.
we don't have Cynthia out for the first 2 minutes, and then we bring her out, so that's how you know she's friend of." It's like, "Oh, okay." Do you remember back in the day on Housewives when we would get a new housewife like 4 or 5 episodes in,
Uh-huh.
and like they wouldn't show up in the opening credits until
Uh-huh.
then? And then sometimes, do you remember when like Aviva Dresser didn't go on that trip? They took her out of the opening credits. They're like, "Nope, you're not included in this episode at all."
Ooh, you get a $5,000 deduction.
Yep. I
Uh-huh.
miss like the opening credits is always my favorite time, and I get mad when they reuse them.
Oh, when they do it from year to year, when it's
Yeah.
like, "Word on the street is I'm the word on the street." Oh, you already said that.
Or just like I want a new look every time.
Oh,
Like
me too.
the
Me too.
last season of Jersey, Teresa's hairline was still just above her eyebrows. Like
Mm.
she's gotten that lasered off a long time ago. Come on.
Yeah,
Let's
she
update
probably has
this.
to get that lasered off weekly because I think
Oh,
that's a situation that's just gonna keep coming back.
yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
Now, Miami, I know you do host a podcast with Anna, formerly of Real Housewives of Miami.
Yes.
It's Reality Courts.
Yep. Reality
Yes.
Court, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And what's her inside scoop? Here, I'm going to give you my hot takes, okay? I'm going to just run down the cast. The Julia Gertie thing is stupid. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about Lisa's cocaine-loving boyfriend.
Okay.
I do care about Kiki. Wish we got more. Didn't know she had these children. I care a lot about Marisol and wish she was. Actually, I just wish she lived with me. And I'd like more of the takedown of Todd. I'd like more of it. I'd like Frankie to come in and maybe throw a punch.
Yeah.
I miss Dr. Nicole and her beautiful face because I really loved looking at her.
Yeah.
I hate Larsa and I hate Adriana.
Okay. So, number one, Anna will fight with you about the Marisol thing. She does not like Marisol one
Okay,
bit.
well, we can fight about it because I don't know Marisol, but I enjoy her on my screen. I started watching Real Housewives of Miami. I went back and watched from season 1. I'd never watched it because of Marisol and Alexia on Real Housewives of Ultimate Girls Trip.
Okay. So
I'd never watched it. And I was like, now I love them and I need to watch it.
That's insanity to me. Like there's a Housewives, I'm watching it. I mean, Real Housewives of Ohio, when they announce it, I'm there. Nebraska, I'll be there.
I understand. And I tried to give Dubai a chance, but then I dipped out. But I had never watched it. And then I felt like it was too late. And then when I saw those two, I go, I don't know what's happening with the cockies and the bro, but I love that woman. And I love her. There you go.
So, to kind of rebuttal some of that information, I love Kiki more than I love almost anyone in this world.
She's funny.
I would die for this woman. I would do anything to get her holding a mojito. I don't know why she's not. I think nobody in Miami is smart, so therefore nobody is funny. And I feel like Kiki is our one time where like someone's actually funny. We laugh at Larsa. We laugh at Lisa. We laugh at these people, but Kiki's the only one we laugh with. And
I laugh with Marisol and I laughed with Dr. Nicole.
Oh, I miss Dr. Nicole. That's that is a loss there. That is a big loss to all of us. I do not care for Stephanie, the new housewife.
Oh, see, forgot about her completely.
It's so much money talk. I'm here when she starts fighting. I love it. When she called Lisa out for being late, I loved it. But the constant, just like, oh my God, like when you scream so much that you have money, it's like you're broke.
Oh, and this is the next Joe Giudice. I mean, like, what are we doing
for
here?
sure.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, it's the next Jen Shaw. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Julia with adopting these kids. Now, I did say earlier in the season that I do think that Julia is very, very dark. Like there's something very sinister about Julia that I've not seen in previous seasons, but now it's there. But now with the kids, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I think she's a good person.
What did you think about Martina's comment on surrogacy?
I hope that we never see Martina again.
That was so shocking. People are like, oh, well, she probably wrote that like 20 years ago. No, I was like, no, it was like last week.
Yeah.
Like,
we're talking about big three.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Also to know, like, number one. Wait,
what does big three mean?
We were talking about a big three.
Oh, no. We don't hope that. No. We don't. Although that would make, speaking of rich, that would make Julia really rich.
Is Martina really rich?
Probably, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I think that she's a monster. Now, I don't understand how it is that Julia can be an advocate for the LGBTQIA community when Martina doesn't approve of trans people.
And surrogacy.
I mean,
because you can't have it all. Ace.
No,
you can't have it all.
I just don't understand. Like, if I was a part of any of these things, I would be like, we need to get Julia far away from us, whether she believes she's married to someone who doesn't. And that is problematic. And we can't be connected to that. I think that Martina is terrifying. I think that Martina is, she seems like she's just this old, frail woman walking around carrying a diaper bag these days. I think that Martina gets into some sinister shit.
You think the two of them are sinister?
Yes. Now, could I change next week? For sure.
Yeah.
I could flip flop.
Listen, Martina maybe will come out with an apology and said she wasn't educated on the subject. Yeah.
What days does Miami come out? Is it Wednesdays?
I don't know.
I gotta, because what day does Real
I literally don't
Housewives?
know. I watch it either on my DVR or Peacock. And
Right, I know.
pay that $4.
Okay, it comes on at Wednesdays. So this is airing Thursday.
Right. So we haven't seen the new episode yet.
Right. So I want to tell people about the new episode.
Because you get screeners, because I don't. Good for you.
Yes. So
good for you. I'm not mad about that. Go ahead.
Gertie has this party, as you guys all know, because you watched it last night.
Correct.
Gertie has this party, and it's about, her surviving cancer. She's 1 year out from her cancer, and she's cancer free. Beautiful, beautiful party. Now, during this party, she does feel the need to interject in the middle of the party and say, hey, I just really want to clarify for everyone some lies that are being told. And then up on the big screen, we get texts with her and Julia. Now, these texts don't really, they're very long, so you don't really you start reading, you're kind of like, do I really want to read all this? They don't really prove anything, and it seemed like all the women are disgusted. All the women are like, oh my god, I can't believe she did that. Is gross, Gertie. That is gross, Gertie. I can't believe you did that. Blah 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 blah. And I thought to myself, I'm like, that is disgusting that you would use a cancer party to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because that was in Housewives history, I have never seen something like that.
Well, what about Kenya showing the blowjob pictures? Equal or
no? Because Kenya's self-serving, and it was for Kenya's salon. This was about she also had they were raising money for cancer.
Oh, it wasn't just to celebrate Gertie only.
It was to celebrate Gertie, but then she also had other friends there who had cancer and are survived. And then they were raising money for cancer and all this stuff. And then she's like, hey, real quick, I just want to quickly break in and just point this out to everybody. And I thought it was such a beautiful moment as a viewer. Such a beautiful moment. Yeah. I think it kind of reminds me of back in the day. Remember when Luann went to go volunteer with all those poor kids and the girl was like, I want to be a model. And she's like, oh, well, losing weight's the easy part, sweetie. Beautiful moments. Yeah.
Well, we need to wrap up, and I'm sorry we're not going to get to talk about the return of Gretchen on OC.
Can I ask you really quickly, where do you stand on the Emily versus Katie situation?
I don't even want to say, but I do. I stand with Emily. I know, because I just know kind of a lot about other things Katie has done behind the scenes with people in the OC. If you could read between the lines on that.
Well, I know those things too, but I just have to say that my problem is Emily is mad because Katie said that the babysitter said that her kids said that Emily said Heather was mean.
Listen, I agree with everything.
She goes to the reunion and then she brings up this awful stuff about Katie. Some of the worst probably moments of her entire life. And she was like, how dare you? I'd hire an attorney to sue my old babysitter. It's like, go eat a fucking Jimmy John sandwich in a sauna. Get away from me. I'm very mad at Emily right now. I'm not willing to talk to her at the time.
Okay, well now I've changed my mind and now I'm on Katie's side.
Thank you so much. I love when I can peer pressure somebody. That's always a good time.
Are you happy or sad about Gretchen returning? Just
happy,
mix it up.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm going to be very pissed if her and Tamara just make up like we're kind of starting to see. I don't want that.
Yeah, I think with Tamara, she can only hold it together for so long. We do know that this season they go to New Orleans and she does again flee the scene and say she's leaving the show.
I love that.
So I love when Tamara runs away and screams, "I'm quitting."
What was that cast trip when she's sprinting through the hotel?
They were in a foreign country.
Yes, I loved that. That was peak Tamara.
You'll never see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next day, we're like, oh, hey.
And she's like, hey, my breakfast, pasta mimosas.
Oh my God. I love you.
Tell everybody where they can find out about you and your myriad of podcasts that have made you so rich.
Oh, so rich. Honestly, you can listen to Sister Wives, Love Should Be Multiplied, Not Divided. But it's only out when the season is currently airing. But if you hate that show, it's a great listen. If you're disgusting and you have no moral compass, if you can get through that without like feeling gross about yourself, then you can join us on patreon.com/sisterwivestalk. But don't even just try to jump in there, because you will then be like, whoa, this is disgusting. You can follow me on Instagram at acefanning_. I don't know why there's no other Ace Fanning out there. It won't let me just do just my name. It's very annoying to me. So
maybe they think it's a fake name.
Maybe. But yeah, that's me. That's who I am. And I'm so grateful to get to be here. And I'm so grateful that you are not our big three.
Thanks, Ace. Thanks. You know, I hadn't even thought of that.
Oh, no, you're not, because
But to be up there with Ozzy and Theo would be, you know, it's not a bad group.
Do you know that there was this time where who was the girl who played Sabrina? What's her name?
Melissa Joan Rivers.
Yes.
Melissa Joan Hart.
Melissa Joan Hart. So Melissa Joan Hart, I remember one time she was supposed to be on the cover of like Us Weekly or People Magazine, and somebody had like reported that she said I don't remember who it was, but there was a big celebrity, and she said she better not fucking die and take my cover from me. And I thought, that would be tough, you know, like, it's like, seriously, you really had to die when I was getting, like, I think she had a baby or something, and she was like, you better not get my fucking cover with your
that made you like her.
No, it just made me think that like probably like I would be pissed if I died at the same time as like somebody that America really loved, because it's like no one's gonna talk about me then. Yeah. I need to be on a slow news cycle. And by slow news cycle, I mean like just your Facebook feed. Like no one can be announcing a baby because they'll forget about me. You can't be buying a house. I need it to be a slow news week on Facebook for my death.
Okay. I don't want to talk about this anymore. So everybody follow Ace. And please, if you're listening because you love Ace, and so you just listened to this whole thing because you love Ace, give me a follow at Pink Shade Pod. Give a listen. I'm pretty funny.
She's honestly, I was scared the first time I was going to talk to you because I thought you seemed uptight, and I fucking love you.
Did you think I was uptight from listening to me, or just because I'm Southern?
Just because you're Southern. Then I thought you was going to be like, you know, we don't. I don't know, but I love you, and I feel like you're one of my favorite people now.
That's really nice. We always have fun. We always have so much fun. What are you doing here?
Rotten hell, Jax. Rotten hell. Single is a Pringle. Oh, my God.
Okay, bye, Ace.
Bye. Thank you.